Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel yet again. Another video, another pair of shoes obviously. I am me, you know it, you like it, that's why you're here. So yeah, I did a pair of shoes, high heels, platform high heels. I'm just playing around with the new stuff that I recently discovered and how to do. The shoes have been worked on in Death Studio, which you will not see in the video. I'm doing this later. Yeah, I did the shoes from scratch. I didn't use the full body suit for this. I thought about this briefly, but then I decided I want to go a bit old school, just do this by hand, because it fits better with the whole theme of what I'm working here. The theme is a platform shoe that is locked. There is you can see it in the smaller piece, in the smaller render. It has locks on it, so the shoe can be locked. The fun part is the key doesn't have to be on the person who actually wears the shoes, but that's a completely different topic. So yeah, I just recently discovered this. So I had this idea, and then I basically looked it up, found out that other people are the same kind of crazy as me. Found a few pictures that I really liked, where I thought, hey, this is cool reference material, and I decided to make this. I will also use these in the animation, which I will which I will do on the weekend. It will take time. I cannot promise that I actually have the video rendered on the weekend, because I guess the render of the scene will again use a lot of hours, but I will try to work on this on the weekend, so I actually have this finished by then. It's gonna be the riding scene from last time, the horse walking scene, but a bit expanded. Yeah, we're currently working on the cuff on the leg, which will have the locks on it, more or less. You can see that I used a tube, expanded it, and fit it to the body, loosely fitted it to the body. And with the extraction here, I'm going to work the clasps more or less, so that the whole thing can actually be closed. So actually this is a model where I actually went into the detail, for example, for the clasps, so they are there and they can be closed. I'm not 100% happy with how this looks right now. I might actually take time tomorrow and edit this a tiny bit, so if you see the shoes on the weekend, keep your eyes peeled. There might be some additional pieces on it, because I'm not 100% happy with how it currently looks, but yeah, it's something that I am thinking about right now. Specifically, the clasp, as you can see in the render, is not really connected to the main part of the shoe on top of the foot, and I think I will remedy that and change the lower of the two clasps to better reflect that. But yeah, I actually decided to go full option here and make sure that this whole thing looks realistic. You can see that I'm currently working on the half ring, or the ring where the shoe would connect, or where the lock would interlock, so it actually is closed. Yeah, and this is a lot of single pieces in the end that I worked on that make up the whole shoe. And while this goes on, I will tell about the thing I said at the beginning, the part about the Death Studio stuff. So what I have to do if I do these platforms, or if I do heels in general, more or less, is the heel itself has to be re-weight mapped. So the weight mapping on this, especially on the x-axis, has to be redone. And in this case, the heel would be very much bent. If you basically use the model as it is, as you see it in the end, and then put it in Dev Studio and transfer utility it to footwear to Genesis 2, then the heel will be very bent to a degree of you can't actually stand on this. I think I have no experience, so I'm not 100% sure if this works or not. But yeah, what I did is I basically painted the weight map on the X bulge, X rotation on this, so that the whole heel is weight mapped to the movement of the foot, because it is partially the foot and partially the toes, because it is so much in front, so far in front, that the algorithm puts it as a part of the toes. And I have to paint that over that and set it fully to the foot, which then remedies this and makes it a straight heel. Similarly, I have to paint everything that is the platform on the front, under the toes, to be part of the toes. Important to remember, there is a weight mapping for the toes as a group, and then there is weight mapping for the single toes, like for each single toe, each single digit. And you want, if you do this yourself, you want to weight map this to the toes, not to the single toes. In my opinion, I personally don't like it when Dev Studio does some toe action, and it usually breaks and crankles up the model, so be wary of that. Yeah, this is the weight mapping part, which is not in the video, so this is why I'm explaining this. Back to the model itself, you can see that I'm working with the extrusion tool again. Now, this is a relatively simple thing that I did here, and then I actually checked my own sketches and thought, hey, wait, I wanted to do the front covered. I just thought it worked better with this, so I covered the front and expanded this, extruded this again, welded the points together so this fits, and it actually looks okay. It doesn't look horrible. It's not, I don't know, it's not perfect. I might actually prefer something different usually, but it is okay. It works fine. So yeah, smoothing it down and then re-changing the shape so that it actually doesn't clip into the foot, and finally adding on the edges. Again, the edges are very simple. You can just mark the edge, copy paste, Control Z and Control V, and then you have the whole thing. Yeah, a slight thing. I wanted to do like a special heel. I want to try to make more special heels so the heels look cool. This is why I thinned the heel in the beginning, very beginning, so I can actually put something over it. In this case, I decided to do the unicorn horn, which I imported and then put over the heel here. You can see it. Just because I think it looks kind of cool and kind of interesting. And the horn is actually two parts. There's the inner part, which is the horn, and then there's the outer part, which would be some kind of turned around extra. And in this case, I had to redo the second part because it didn't morph correctly with when I altered everything. Yeah, finally UV mapping from top down, UV mapping every piece. I actually forgot the edges of the cuffs. I had to redo that, so I basically imported it and said, I saw, oh, there's a UV map missing. I basically then checked out if the heel is long enough or not. Actually had to make the platform in the front a bit smaller, but in the end it looks still cool and still as I intended, so really happy with this. Yeah, make sure you have no clipping when you do the edges. something you will see me do quite often. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this inspires you as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.